Howdy folks, Dave here. Hey, let's follow Daniel Benoit through the woods as he discusses common sense and Bigfoot. Yes, Daniel is the founder of the ECBRO Bigfoot program, talk radio, all that stuff. You listen to Daniel during his shows, which I encourage you to do. He speaks the truth, his opinion. Daniel is not an expert. He never claimed to be an expert. But people, if you're a Bigfoot researcher, this is one person you should listen to, like I do. You'll see me on his chat lines, and you'll see other people on his chat lines that you recognize. And I hope you watch it and get involved with his programs. They're really good, and they're quite interesting if you ask me. But anyways, this is a clip of Daniel's that he has taken, and he's talking some common sense. So why don't we listen to this as he goes through it. Y'all take care. Let's watch.
A lot of this damage right here. It's natural to see falling down trees, uprooted trees. It's weather. Look at all these down limbs and stuff. A lot of old rotten wood, rotten trees, weather damage. You know, a lot about what I speak about and a lot of my opinion that I share with people's posts on social media, my opinion and my statements do not declare me in any way, shape, or form an expert. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called common sense. Not many people in the Bigfoot community have common sense. And a lot of people lack common sense, common knowledge. Very, very few have it. It's more and more obvious that when you state your opinion, people get so offended by it because it's stepping on top of their fantasy. It's drawing them back in. It offends them because it draws them back into reality of what truth really is, and they don't like to hear that. And that's the problem, and that's what's hurting the credibility of the real researchers who are dedicated in trying to provide real truth. There's nothing wrong with having an open mind, but you need to learn to take your time and stop jumping to conclusions. You need to wake up and get outside and become realistic, logical, sane. Sci-fi, fantasy, you got to leave that alone. If you're going to get into Bigfoot, it's bad enough a lot of people think we're wackos and nuts for going after something that they believe that does not even exist. That's their fault for having a closed mind. But at the same time, it's not their fault because they're unaware. That's why we need to present our information as honest and truthful as possible. If I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong. If you're trying to tell me Bigfoot cloaks, then prove me wrong. If a Bigfoot is cloaking, and the definition of cloaking in the Bigfoot community is turning invisible like the predator. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does not exist. Until you prove me otherwise, it does not exist. If something is invisible, how are you having the ability to see the subject that's invisible? My question is, you don't. You just imagine that it's there, and it's not. You see images and photos from when you distort the picture and turn the megapixels into big square blocks, distorting images of the clarity and seeing images that do not exist. That is a fact that you are creating. That is not reality, and that is not truth. This is common sense. This does not make me an expert. I am not an expert, and I stated that over and over and over again. Again, until you prove me otherwise in the rest of the Bigfoot community, just because someone else is going along with what you present and state does not make it accurate or correct or true. It's just that there's many people that are deceived by following along with fantasy versus reality.